What up, Freaks and Sheiks? Welcome back to the channel. I am Joanna, and this is day, I think, 11 of 31 days of witches, and today's cosplay is Sashabella from Bratzilla's.
When I was doing this cosplay, I thought her makeup was light green fade to black, but it's actually light green fade to white with black in the crease. So I did not do her makeup correctly because I did not look at it correctly. As per usual, we have white glitter in my inner corners from my Hank and Henry Carla palette. The light green is from my Neon Brights palette, and the black is Maybelline. I tried to add silver glitter, but that was a gel consistency, so instead it smeared all the powder.
And here we are all done. Here's a look at the makeup. The eyeshadow did get kind of muddy, and I'm very sad about that. I tried to add more green, and it just mixed with the black, and it didn't work. So this is what we ended up with. Like, I'm not mad about it, but I do wish there was more green eyeshadow in there. The black kind of overpowered. I used too much black. She has green cat eyes. I have green-ish contacts, but they lean more blue, so I decided on using my yellow ones instead. However, the left contact got caught in the lid of the contact case, so now it has a small rip in it, and I can feel it, and it's irritating. So I gotta buy new yellow contacts now. Obviously, I have on my fake lashes again because as Bratzilla's, they are dramatic. I don't think she wears blush, but I wanted blush, so I added on pink eyeshadow to use as blush to go with her color scheme, which has a lot of pink in it. And then over top of that, I used my Hello Halo highlighter in the color Halo Goodbye, which is the tan tinted one because her makeup is, I was gonna say more neutral. Green isn't neutral, but her face makeup looks more neutral. And of course, for lips, I have on the cartoon smile lines. She wears gold chain earrings that look kind of big and gaudy, so for my earrings, I chose these gold ones that are very jangly and jingly. These were hand-me-down from my cousin. She wore them when she was a bridesmaid for her Indian friends' weddings. These are like Indian wedding earrings, and I think that's cool. Of course, I made her little hats out of cardboard and acrylic paint pens, and then bobby pinned it to my wig. This is actually two wigs. So she has white hair with black streaks. I have a white wig over top of a black wig because I don't have black clip-in extensions, which would be ideal to get those black streaks, but also I tried using only my white wig, and I did not realize how absolute dog shit quality this wig is until I used it by itself. Because so far I've only used this white wig layered on top of a different wig. So I tried it by itself and it looked really bad. It was super flat. You could see the netting. There was not enough hair. It was a whole ass wreck. So it needed to be layered. The white wig was thrifted for like $3, I think. So I can't be too mad about how low quality it is, especially since it was originally Spirit Halloween, which is notoriously bad quality. Moving down, I have a pink and a purple boa wrapped around my neck to mimic her fur shawl. I also have her crest that I made out of cardboard and scotch taped to the feathers. Yes, I am reusing the same crest for Yasmina because they have the same colors for the crest. I have on two shiny pink bracelets because at the end of her sleeves, she has pink ruffles. So I added on the bracelets to try to mimic that. And here's the entire outfit. She wears a very shiny light pink dress. This is obviously not the right color, but it is shiny and it is pink. She also has two belts around her waist. So I have on my black corset belt. To get her black sleeves, I do have on a black cardigan. Unfortunately, these are not full-length sleeves, so it's not a perfect match, but it's close enough. For her cape, I have on another cardigan that I have safety pinned around my neck. Her cape has this zigzag pattern that's like pink, white, black, and green. So this is pink, black, and white. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of green, but for a closet cosplay, I think this is pretty on point. I haphazardly drew on her tattoo on my thigh with very low quality eyeliner, so this is not good, but there it is. And then here are shoes and socks. She wears green fishnet, green sheer thigh-high socks. I do not have green sheer or green fishnet, but I do have green and black striped socks, so I put that on to at least get the green. And then black boots, because she wears black boots. Not a lot to say about that. The boots were thrifted. The socks were also thrifted, but they were children's tights, so I cut them into socks because otherwise they wouldn't fit. Here's another look at the full outfit. I do think this came out really cute. I know the colors are way off. This is not the right saturation for anything, but again, as far as closet cosplaying goes, this is on point. I think this is a pretty good match. The dress was thrifted and free from my college's clothing swap. The corset belt I got online a couple years ago. It is not great quality, but I do wear it super often, so at least I'm getting my money's worth. The cape cardigan was Five Below many a year ago, and the black cardigan was from Rainbow also many a year ago, like from when I was in high school. And the boas were also free. They were being handed out at one of my college's Pride events. It was like a queer fashion show. It was a very fun event, and I got boas in pink, purple, blue, and white. And I have used almost all of them for cosplay, so they came in handy. And that is everything I have to say about this cosplay. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see more witches, tune back in tomorrow for the next Witch of 31 Days of Witches. And if you want to see more of me in general, then click the link in the description box below. There you can find my Instagram, other Instagram, TikTok, and a whole bunch of other stuff involving me. Thank you again. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!